Hey. Thanks for joining me again. Today I'm going to go over my foundation routine. What I'm going to start out with is color correcting, and we're going to go into color correcting and how I set my face and this wonderful new foundation I found. I am using Tarte's Color Your World color corrector. Sorry, I'm blinding you. I love this stuff. I'm going to start out with the peach in the center. I like to take a contour brush. Well, I can't use it for contour, I use it for color correcting, but you're going to put it on the darkest areas. Because orange corrects the blues. Anything based with blues. So basically the darker colors that you would get in your face. I hope you are enjoying the quality of the camera today, because I am filming with my actual camera instead of using my phone. Now we're going to go into the yellow here. And what that does is that brightens, and you're going to go over any areas that you have went with the orange. You're going to brighten that up because now it's dark, so you want to set your tone, and you don't want to smear over it. An easy way to do that, you can use your finger to pat it in. A lot of times when you're doing the second coat, it's easier to use your finger so you can pat it in. I have a little blemish here. Oh, I didn't want it on my lip. So I'm going to come in with green. Also going to come in with a little green here. This is green mixed with a little yellow. So I'm kind of brightening it and color correcting at the same time. I have people ask me how my foundation comes out so well. This is how I do it. You know, I just learned from trial and error, and also I did a lot of art in school, and that really helped me with running colors and whatnot. Now, before you set your foundation, you can do this. I like to go ahead and contour my nose a little. My nose is crooked, so I like to set, it's crooked on this side, so I like to set that line nice and straight. I do take a little bit of width off of it. And do that by coming down. You don't want to come all the way down, and you don't want to go all the way up. I actually went a little too high, because you don't want to pinch that in. You want it still to look natural. I like to take a little length. So what you can do there is go ahead and come across here. Don't connect these lines, because you want to leave that open. If you want your nostrils to look a little smaller, you can do that. What I do is come in like this and just shadow it. Anything you want to kind of disappear, you shadow it. Drop it back to the back. So, there. Brighten this up a little more. Just don't like all that red to it. There we go. Now, what you want to do is you want to come in with some powder. I like to use the RCMA translucent powder. I love this stuff because it's very inexpensive and very nice to use. I just take a little bit and sprinkle it on my brush. Now you're not baking it, so you don't want to coat it, but you want to set it. When you're setting it, what you're doing is you're taking a cream necessarily and you're putting a powder over it, and what that's doing is pulling moisture out of it, so when you put another product on it, it's set into the skin. Just make sure. Now you see, I've got all my color correction done. I've got my brightening done. Now I'm going to come in with my tone. That is where you come in with your foundation. I am in love with this stuff. This is the Tarte Empowered, and I am using the light fair medium is what it's called. Take a little on the Beauty Blender like that. I use this, or I use my Clarisonic, and I just like to come in. I actually took a little bit too much. When I do that, I will scrape some off onto the back of my hand, because you can always reuse it. Now, I like to go and get that all on, and you'll see my little trick. I did not say, but before I started, I did prime my face with Smashbox Photo Finish, the original. If you have oilier skin or acne prone, I do suggest you try the light. Now what I like to do is take the side of my Beauty Blender, because I do put a lot on my face. What I think this does is this takes, for me it takes that pressure off, because you don't want to be pushing on your skin, but you want it nice and even. And you see, that to me, that just gives it such a nice, even finish. And now around my eyes I do pat. But, you know, really whatever works for you. In makeup, there is no right and no wrong. There is no rules. Do what you want. Do what looks good. What you think looks good. Screw everybody else. Excuse me. Now when I said I put a little extra, I always like to go back. This is a medium to full coverage foundation. You can always get a little fuller finish. Whoops. I usually do a brush, but I'm actually in my filming room today and I don't have everything in here. I just brought in what I needed. I'm still kind of old school. I get ready in the bathroom. But you see how it covered and just toned all those corrections and took it really took those dark circles out. Always remember to blend your makeup off. You know, we're not wearing a mask. You know, if it's Halloween, hey, go ahead, but you know, for my daily, I like to make sure that I'm wearing makeup, it's not wearing me. And now I don't always do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it today. I'm going to set it with a very light powder over it. I do like to make sure, you know, don't be afraid to use your hands. Don't be afraid to use a brush. You know, if an eyeshadow brush works for you to get your foundation on nice and blended, use that. You know, use the back of a spoon if that's what helps. I mean, whatever helps, whatever makes you comfortable. That's what makeup's about. Makeup is more for inside than outside. You know, look good for yourself. That's why I do it. That is how I finished my foundation. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know below. Have a great day. Thank you once again, Barbie, for all your lovely comments. And just keep your heads up, guys. You know, there's so many people out there that are just so cruel and so mean and just really uncaring. And screw them. You know, be happy for yourself. I'm 47 years old, and honey, I'm wearing makeup for me. I don't care what anybody else thinks. I have a wonderful husband that tells me all the time, you look beautiful, but you don't need makeup. You're beautiful anyway. Have a great day, and stay tuned for more.